Hi, Gemini. Welcome. So, Gemini, this is going to be your you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And also, the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. So, Gemini, let's go ahead and get started and see what the overall energy is between you and the person you are connecting with. I have the 11th house here and Neptune, Aquarian, Pisces energy for some of you. You could have that in your birth chart, Gemini, or be dealing with someone who has that in theirs. Or it could just simply be the influencing vibes, right? So this energy is talking about your social groups, your friends, your sense of community, your sense of social support, your soul tribe, basically, is what's being highlighted here. And paired with that is this very imaginative, very empathetic, spiritual, emotional energy. So, I just feel like this might be a very heartwarming time for you, okay? Especially in October, or a time where you're able to connect with your emotions or the people and things that are meaningful to you, Gemini. Is kind of what I feel coming through here. So let's see what your crowning energy is then, and the person you're connecting with. I do want to say on the flip side of this, right? Sometimes this energy can be a little bit rebellious. Sometimes it could be a little bit confusing. And it has a tinge of fantasy to it. So be careful, right? We have a lot going on planetarily speaking right now. So like, wow, so many planets in retrograde. It's like not even funny. So definitely, yeah, just something to be aware of, Gemini. So let's see what else we have coming in your crowning energy. You have the Queen of Swords. Well, that's you, Gemini, whether you're masculine or feminine. This is talking about you asserting yourself. I keep getting the word assertiveness. So you may be coming off very assertive during this time frame, or just feeling more assertive about what you want. This card also talks about freedom and independence and wanting the freedom to choose for yourself being very important here. And yeah, it does have a little bit of that rebellious energy that I felt earlier. If you feel pushed to the limits, right? Now, some of you may feel pushed to the limits a little bit during October. Be careful with that, as you might be quite blunt, like a Gemini can be, but you know, that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes you do have to draw your boundaries, but just something to be aware of. Person you're connecting with is in the Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and the Empress. So this person has a lot going on, right? This card talks about inspiration. This card talks about action and abundance. So this person might be getting inspired, right, to work on themselves, or to take some sort of action in their life that is in their highest good, right? I feel like both of you have like this kind of dreamy aspect to your energy. Both of you feeling maybe very driven, but be careful, because sometimes this energy can drive you over the edge, right? If depending on how well you are staying focused, Gemini. So I keep hearing the edge. All right. So something edgy about this person or you, or I don't know. Let's get into it and see. So I actually was going to do Aquarius's reading first, but I felt called to do yours. And for this round of readings, I have no rhyme or reason to why I'm putting out each zodiac sign in the order that I am, other than I just feel like for this round, I want to do it as I feel drawn to that zodiac sign. And so yesterday I did Sagittarius. Scorpio is done as well. And then today I sat down, funny enough, to do Aquarius, and I felt, no, Gemini. So Gemini, maybe you are a bit insistent, right, during this time frame. And also, if you're connecting with Aquarian energy, check out their reading when it does come out. So recent past, we're going to look at what led up to the now moment. Then we're going to look at how you both are perceiving each other, how you're feeling underneath it all, and then the most likely future outcome. So recent past for Gemini, Knight of Wands is what came out. Oops. What else do we have? The Seven of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So I feel like, yeah, Gemini, leading up into the now moment, you could have been, you know, making moves, taking action, but not really feeling certain for whatever reason as to like how you felt about it. Like, I get a sense of like you kind of doing something because you felt like you had to or because you felt compelled to, but then either second guessing yourself or not being really sure if like you were making the right decision, which sometimes, especially when we're going through periods of change, it can feel a little bit scary, right? When we're not really sure what the outcome's going to be. We think we're doing the right thing, right? Or we think we're making the right steps forward, but we don't have that evidence. We don't have that proof yet. And so I feel like that might have been what was going on with you, Gemini, of like taking steps forward or taking action in your life, but then kind of like not really knowing where this is leading or being hopeful about it, right? Having your mind, like in your mind, it making sense to you, but then not really having the evidence just yet, right? So this required a little bit of faith here. I also feel that very emotional energy coming through. You might have had some emotional decisions that you needed to make along the way as well. So, and I also get a sense of nostalgia here. So some of you might be looking to the past, having memories pop up. We're in a retrograde for Pete's sakes, right? So this is a good time to kind of reflect on how far we've come, in a positive light though. But I do feel like this kind of emotional, nostalgic energy coming through the Gemini vibes leading up into the now moment. And I don't know what it is about your readings, but y'all make me so antsy. Like my legs are going crazy underneath the table right now. I feel like I got ants in my pants. You know what I mean? Random. Anyways, so let's go into the recent past of the person you're connecting with. You have Judgment here. The Six of Cups. Wow. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so I have a song coming through. And the Knight of Wands. I'll get back to the song in a second. But look at this. You both have the Knight of Wands here, and then you both have the Six of Cups. So both of you kind of going through similar things, right? I feel like this person has been needing to let go of the past, okay? There might have been something that occurred in the past that really had them stuck, or they may have also been in this kind of like emotionally nostalgic type of energy. Although I feel like this person is receiving some sort of clarity or closure, I'm hearing, during this time frame, or at least in the recent past, that is helping them to take action in their life again. I feel like things could have been put on pause for this person. Maybe there was some important decisions they needed to make as well. And maybe it was in regards to their past, you know, needing to tie up loose ends, needing to heal things that were still lingering, needing to do some shadow work possibly. I just feel like this person also, though, has a vision for where they want to go in their future. And they're getting in this space where they are ready to take action on their goals, where they're feeling that inspiration again, maybe after a time period of feeling a little bit stuck, Gemini. So I'm getting the word processing. Both you and this person may have been really going through this stage, right, of your life where you needed to process some things, right, before you take your next steps into your next chapter, okay? And then the song that I've been singing it all day. And again, I didn't really think I was going to do your reading until I sat down. So, but it's Katy Perry. Just the one lyric. She says, what does she say? Someone call the doctor. I got a case of the bipolar. Not saying you have bipolar, Gemini, but possibly, or this person could, and there's no shame in mental health issues, guys, so I'm not saying that in a joking way. But for some reason I kept getting that song. You might actually randomly hear that song. And then the other lyric was, you're hot and you're cold. So you might have been like hot and cold with this person, or they you, or just like that's the kind of mood that you were bringing to the table. I mean, these retrogrades will have you feeling bipolar, even if you're not. I'm just saying. All right, so let's go into how you perceive each other, Gemini, and what's going on in the current energy. My goodness, what is that noise? Oh, it's a truck. Sorry. I thought I saw a card flip. Three of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Hierophant. Okay, so a lot of you are ready for action. Yep, and there it is, the Sun. So it's like gearing up, right? For the next best step is what I heard. So this is going into action mode, ready to put yourself out there, ready for commitment, relationship, to feel happy with what you're committed to, even if it's not a relationship. Some of you have really gone through like a spiritual growth period where maybe you felt pushed to the edge at some point, but ultimately it brought you back into your power, Gemini. There could have been close examination going on around relationships during that time frame, but I feel like the sun coming out again, right? Like this hopefulness returning, this happiness returning to your life, and it making you feel more balanced, it making you feel more structured, and therefore safe to express yourself, be yourself, safe to open up to love, wanting to be a cooperative component to your own life. You know, some of you have been working on yourself or working on things to help ground you, and it's really paying off during this time frame. When it comes to how you see this person, you may want to take action towards them or feel compelled to, or they you. There could be commitment potential coming through here, definitely relationship potential coming through, and the sense of optimism. Wow, Gemini. So let's see how this person is viewing the situation. You have the Devil, the Ten of Cups, and the Five of Cups. So there's something that's weighing on this person. Okay, that's the first thing I got when these cards came out. I feel like in general, they're really looking for that sense of connection, that sense of belonging. You know, that sense of having the full package, right? And I feel like this person is also in this space where they're really not wanting to give any attention, right, to other people's opinions or anything that may kind of burst their bubble. But at the same time, there is something weighing on them deep down inside that is completely emotionally draining every time they go there, and something that is yet to be completely resolved within this person. So I feel like they have still some shadow work here, maybe some things that they're grappling with or needing to release. And I feel like this is stuff that they've been carrying from their past. And I'm actually getting, there's something about a past decision that was made that this person is needing some answers or clarity around, and that there might be some regret around as well. So they may regret something that they've done in the past, or it's some sort of decision that they've made, and it really weighs them down. It really pulls them into their shadow self, which could also pull them into like addictive behaviors or definitely negative thinking. I heard weighs on their conscious mind. So this is something that needs to be forgiven, and or they need to forgive themselves for. And easier said than done, right? I feel like this person has tried to make some sort of peace with themselves about whatever this is. And like, once they're able to make peace with this, then they can have their 10 of Cups. I'm not even sure if you're aware that this person is going through this, Gemini. You seem to have a much brighter perspective than them, but they may be certainly coming off like nothing's wrong, you know, or this might be something that they keep to themselves, right? So let's go deeper. That's interesting, and see and go into the emotional space and what's going on in the emotions. Gemini. Okay, so they're giving me that song again. Someone called a doctor, got a case of the bipolar. All right, 9 of Wands, the Empress, the 7 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles in the heart space. Wow, the 10 of Cups at the bottom of your deck. So the 9 of Wands talks about surrender, all right? The Empress talks about abundance. This card talks about like sort of like a defensive, protective energy. And then the 8 of Pentacles is like working on yourself or working on things that are meaningful to you. So I feel like this is saying to me, Gemini, that in the emotional space, it's like once you kind of let go and you've surrendered, that's when the abundance comes in. And I feel you getting into that sweet spot. You getting into that space of feeling good. But sometimes old habits die hard. And sometimes it is hard to let go of our triggers, to really relax into the energy, to expect the good, right? If we've been through a lot of bad, or we've been through something that really left a bad taste in our mouth, sometimes it's easy to start expecting, you know, more bad to be around the corner, or to look for a problem, just because, well, our psyche thinks it's a protective mechanism, but it's really not. It's to your detriment to do that, because you get what you think about with law of attraction. So if you're always thinking about the problem will grow. So it's also learning to trust a little bit, to have faith a little bit in your ability to bounce back, and your ability to care for yourself and lower those defenses a little bit. And this is something I feel like you're needing to work on. So even though I feel like you being in this really good space, we all have things that are always going to need continual development, right? As our personalities develop, as our lives develop. And so I feel like there is a little bit of work needed around that. So be patient with yourself, Gemini. I do feel like, again, there is like, there's this optimistic energy that wants to come in for you, okay? So let's see what's in this person's emotional space then, Gemini. What do they got going on emotionally? Ace of Wands, 7 of Cups, 4 of Wands, the Hangman, and the 9 of Pentacles. So Gemini, so this person is feeling that inspiration again. So they have the Ace of Wands out twice. They had it in their crowning energy, and now it's showing up in the heart space. So they're being inspired to make some sort of choice around their social group, social network, or the relationship. And I feel like this person is getting into the space where they're ready to kind of choose, right? Where they're ready to make some sort of decision here. But they hold themselves back, because sometimes I still feel, my goodness, I can't talk, that there's something that is unresolved in this person's energy. And all of a sudden, I'm feeling like a lot of brain fatigue. Like this person, because they've made a poor decision in the past, or I should say, because they think that they made a poor decision in the past, they now question themselves, Gemini. They question their ability to think for themselves. They question if they're making the right choice. And there's no worse feeling than doubt. And that's what I feel is permeating this person's heart space. This sense of like doubting, okay, themselves, even though they're being inspired, right, to kind of reach for the next level, to connect with their happiness, and this is all available and possible to them. I still feel like this person has this uncertainty or this doubt that weighs on them, and it's something that's unresolved from the past, okay? Even though I do feel they're getting some sort of clarity that is helping them to resolve it, they still have yet to really move out of that energy. And it's like, for the most part, this person knows better. Like, don't get me wrong, Gemini, they know what they want. It's not that they're doubting what they want, right, or how they feel. It's that they doubt it's like, oh, okay, so they want me to go back to the original message. Remember when I was saying, like, sometimes in life we have to take actions and we don't really know how it's going to turn out, but we just know we have to change. We have to move. We have to do something, right? And that fear of the unknown can really, really weigh on us. And I feel like that's what it is. It's like this person knows what they want to reach for. They're feeling that inspirational tug. They have the support even needed to do this. And at times they have a lot of clarity about this. But then there's this fear of the outcome. There's this fear of the unknown, or that they may have chosen wrong, right? And that's really the only blockage in this person's energy at the moment. So let's look at the most likely future outcome, which is based on free will, meaning you can change it. I'm just giving you a snapshot. What is to come? The Star. And, you know, if someone has been running hot and cold in this connection, or this person has, it's because that's what they're grappling with. All right? And maybe you can relate. We often attract people that we can relate to in some way or another. So the Star, the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Tower, and the Six of Pentacles. So don't be a holdout to your own dreams. Don't be a holdout to your own healing, Gemini, by overthinking something, over-examining something, etc. There's stability that wants to come in for you, but there's also change coming as well. But it is a positive change. Some of you are like, maybe because you've gotten burned in the past when you've been hopeful, or maybe even like afraid to be hopeful, you know. But Spirit is saying, please remove that. Okay, hold on. Easier said than done. Hold on to your vision, Gemini. Do not let doubt and insecurity sway you away from your own dreams. You have a vision here, and it might seem a little outside of the box. Maybe it's a little edgy, right? But the universe is conspiring to make this happen for you. And the only way that it could be delayed is if you throw doubt over your own desires. Because you get what you think about. So if you have a desire and you're reaching for it with your thought, and then you shade it with a little bit of doubt, you slow the manifestation down. It's energy. So there is also changes coming in either the home environment or within a relationship here. But I ultimately feel like it's for your highest good, because it opens you up to an opportunity to have more equal reciprocity in your life. Like, I feel like this is a very good change, even if on the outset it does not feel or look that way. It could also be a positive change in this relationship where somebody finally decides to be a little bit more generous, a little bit more giving. And that could be you, that could be the person you're connecting with. It's almost like a sense of like someone kind of like holding out, you know, withholding affection, withholding love, withholding support, withholding money, whatever it is. Those are just examples of somebody withholding and then abruptly changing their mind and being like, I'm just going to go ahead and give it, or I'm going to make some sort of change and be open to it. And I can't tell if this is you making that decision, Gemini. For a lot of you, it is. But it could also be this person that you're connecting with. All right, but even if it's you that's making that decision, it changes everything. So this person's most likely future outcome is the Two of Cups, the Eight of Wands, wow, the Ace of Cups, holy cow, the King of Swords, and the Empress. Well, hot diggity dog. I just said that. Yep. All right. So Gemini, wow. Holy crap. This person, oh, wow. If this is resonating with you, this person feels like a soulmate connection here. They have a lot of love in their heart for you. They want to see things move forward. They're trying to be patient. They're feeling the inspiration to change. Yes, there's still some things weighing on them, but they're trying to resolve that. A little bit of doubt, but I feel like their desire is much stronger than their doubt, so they're pushing past that. Because what they really want at the end of the day is love. Someone to love. Oh, they're giving me a song. Used to be someone you love. When the day bleeds and the night falls, and there's no one here to get you through it all. I Was Kind of Used to Being Someone You Loved by Louis Capaldi. It's actually a sad song, and I'm not taking it as the literal meaning of the song, but this person wants to be someone you love, or you are somebody they love, or you used to be somebody they love, and now they're coming to that realization. This could very well be someone from your past, but it doesn't have to be. It does seem like even if it's not, you and this person have been through something similar that you can relate to, because I keep hearing relatable. So there's something about the connection that's very relatable. And they've been thinking a lot. They've been thinking a lot about how they feel, about the connection, about the past. And now feeling inspired to take some sort of action. Wow. Woo! No wonder I felt drawn to do this reading. Dang. All right. Oh my gosh, I love this card for you, Gemini. And it's so true to what I was just saying. The quickest way to manifest what you want in your life is to be in a pure state of faith. You know, children have this until we teach them out of it. But a pure state of belief. Believing that what you want can be yours. And the card that you got is Believe. The force that works through your soul, the force that works through your soul, determining what's possible or impossible, the difference between success over failure, and above all, who you are, is the power of your belief. Are you a believer, Gemini, in the universal workings of the universe? And the power of your desire, and the fact that you have source energy running through you, answering all of your thoughts. And they're giving me the song Believer by Imagine Dragons. All right, this person has caregiver. Interesting. We are with you, and Spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love provided to others, especially at the end of their lives. Just as you received care and love at the start of your life, caregivers often focus all their attention on loved ones, but yet neglect their own well-being. Very interesting. So there seems to be some sort of caregiver component here, whether that's resonating with you, Gemini, or with this person. But since you're intrinsically connected, it seems to be impacting the both of you. So, wow. Gemini, beautiful reading. Zodiac signs that you could be connecting with and or have in your own chart. I have Taurus, Capricorn, Libra, Taurus again, Pisces, Aquarius, Taurus again, Leo, Taurus again, geez, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading, so it could be any zodiac sign. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos over there. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section of my YouTube, where you can also find the donation link. For those of you who'd like to donate, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Gemini. And until next time, my friends, namaste.